school football, you just never know what you're going to get. Once he tucks it in, it's all about quickness, moves, and speed.
Malcolm Crispin, like he was shot out of a cannon.
Once he breaks the line of scrimmage, you got problems defensively.
Now it's Keyshawn over the right side, showing off his speed.
Harris has had the game of his life here. Give the freshman all the credit in that one, Pat.
They got their money's worth here tonight. What a game here at White Stadium. Hello, Boston. Welcome to White Stadium in Jamaica Plain for a matchup of two of the top teams in the Boston North, as this afternoon the English Eagles will be taking on the Latin Academy Dragons. Well, everybody, I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, we got two teams sort of rising here in the Boston City League. Last week we saw Boston English, now 3-2, playing very well for this 2021 fall football season. And then Latin Academy, undefeated team. A lot of people think they're the best team in the city.
Oh, the Latin Academy is not just rising, they're flying. I mean, they had a big win last week over East Boston, which was a sort of a city showdown a bit. You know.
That's right.
But we're halfway past the season. English thinks they're better than their 3-2 record because they had a tough loss to East Boston. Very close game. We've seen both these teams already. We've seen the Latin Academy at their best when they ran for over 400 yards in one game. We saw English against a very young and inexperienced O'Brien team last week, so that wasn't really much of a measuring stick. But the fact of the matter is they both think they're very good. They both think they should be at the top of the division, so we'll see exactly how this pans out. Ironically, when I was looking at the paperwork about describing the team, it seemed like it's old-fashioned high school football, where you have two senior running backs as the key players on both sides of the ball.
That's right.
Okay, and that's what we're looking for today.
Yeah, both teams like to ground and pound. And first we'll start with the English Eagles. And we've seen Keyshawn Kerr be a top player for this Eagles team since his sophomore year. It's now he's a senior. He's one of our spotlight players tonight. And we saw Keyshawn last week, just a smooth runner for this English team.
Very good runner. He has power, he has speed, and he has quickness. And what I like about Keyshawn is when he doesn't have the football, he also becomes a blocker to help his teammates out and his other fellow running backs and their quarterback, who's also a runner. So Keyshawn, number 4, he'll clearly be keyed on by the Latin Academy defense, maybe even a linebacker. Might be shadowing him the entire afternoon.
No question. And we saw him last week even rip off this 67-yard touchdown run, and Keyshawn's had a heck of a season so far. 6 total rushing touchdowns this season. Last week, 128 on the ground and 3 scores just against O'Brien. And like you mentioned, his quarterback also ran the football well for Boston English. Meanwhile, on the other side, to say that Latin Academy likes to run the football is an understatement. They have 2 outstanding running backs in Xavier Polanco and their senior, Malcolm Crispin. Malcolm has been a great player for this team for 3 years now himself. And, you know, Polanco is probably the faster running back, but Malcolm is just one of the top players in the city as well.
There's no doubt about that. Malcolm is actually a little smaller than Keyshawn Kerr. And like you said, not quite the speed demon that Polanco was, but Malcolm does a lot of things. And what impresses me most about Malcolm, he's just as good on defense.
That's right.
He's listed at only 160 pounds, but he actually plays linebacker on defense. So number 28 in black today, we'll be seeing him a lot. He'll have the ball a lot, and on defense, he'll be making a lot of tackles. So, like I said, 2 senior high school running backs are the key players for this particular game, and both coaches know that their defenses have got to figure out a way to get those kids stopped if they want to win the game.
No question. 2 of the top players in the Boston City League are here tonight in the backfields for both Boston English and Latin Academy. Now, for more on this game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Milton Posner, who's got an update for us. Milton, what do you have?
Well, guys, the running game figures to feature prominently for both of these teams, but if you're English, you're trying to have an upset here, hand Latin their first loss of the season. You're going to need some attacks through the air, too, and the number 1 option for their passing game is going to appear to be the junior wideout Malachi McClure, a guy who's got pretty much everything you could want out of a wideout at this level. He's got size, 6'3", 185. He's got suction cups for hands. He pulled in a one-handed catch that went viral a little while ago, reminded some NFL fans of Odell Beckham Jr., and he is as athletic as can be. Head coach Ryan Conway saying he's only just scratched the surface of what he could achieve in his junior campaign, and saying they are ready to unleash him on the competition as we turn into the home stretch. Back to you.
Milton, thanks so much. And yeah, we talked a lot about this Boston English running game, but meanwhile, you know, their passing game can get going. They have a good quarterback, and Malachi McClure is just a matchup nightmare on the outside.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think the side, as was just mentioned, is a huge thing because you don't see receivers that big, strong with big hands on the high school level that often. So he's right. I mean, the passing game for English may, in fact, help to keep that Latin Academy defense a little off balance.
Yeah, both these teams definitely looking at a win tonight because the playoffs are just 2 weeks away, and this could definitely vault them up the standings in that top 16 that they need to get to in their division to get to the postseason. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff here from White Stadium in Jamaica Plain right after these messages. Don't go away.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look! Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to White Stadium in Jamaica Plain for our matchup between the Boston English Eagles and the Latin Academy Dragons. We're still trying to figure out who won the toss and who's going to receive. Latin Academy, the home team, in the black jerseys with the yellow trim. Meanwhile, for Boston English, they're in the white jerseys with the blue trim. And as we mentioned, Latin Academy 5-0 on the season. As Boston English now coming in at 3-2. English won the toss and they elected to receive. So we mentioned the running game with Keyshawn Kerr. We mentioned that the English can open up their passing game if so desired. We'll see if they can do that here in the opening possession.
Also, head coach Ryan Conway for English likes to be aggressive. I think it makes sense to put your offense out there, try to get this undefeated Latin Academy defense a little off balance to stop the game.
Keyshawn Kerr and Najim Vattel back to receive for Boston English. Najim Vattel, one of the other receivers for this English team, also a very athletic option on the outside for their starting quarterback, Marco Sario. Squib kick there for Latin Academy, and it's fielded right around the 15-yard line by Vattel, and Najim makes his way up to the 27-yard line.
Again. Well, for England, like we said, we saw them last week, but I don't think it's much of an indication playing against a very inexperienced O'Brien team, beating them very easily, 30-0. This is a much different situation in terms of a challenge. We've seen Latin Academy a couple of times, including the game where they won over 400 yards rushing as a team. Both Polanco and Crispin went crazy that night.
They've been going crazy all season long. Boston English now on first down. They pitch it to Kerr over the left side. Keyshawn looking for an opening. And he is gang tackled by Latin Academy right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, like we said in the open, there's no doubt that Keyshawn, number 4, is going to be shadowed all afternoon by either a linebacker, probably a linebacker, but the key is to not let him get outside. Once he makes a step to get out to the sideline, that's where he makes his big plays.
English also has several other running backs who will get the football tonight. Terrell Gether is also a very good senior for the Eagles. This time the hand up the middle. That's probably Jamari Howard, big fullback on second down. That was Howard. Short gain for him.
This Latin Academy defense has been impressive. We talk about the offense a lot, but defense, again, a number of these players on defense play offense also. So they've had a good group on both sides of the ball.
3rd down and 8 now for Boston English after the 2-yard gain from Howard. The handoff to Kerr again. Keyshawn once again met at the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Short gain there. So just a 1-yard pickup there for Keyshawn Kirby. 4th and 7 now for Boston English.
Good job inside, closing down the middle for Latin Academy. Again, like you mentioned, gang tackling on each of those 3 plays. Latin Academy, because they do have some speed in the defensive backfield, they can take a chance of crowding 7 or even 8 players at the line of scrimmage. And we saw that in that first drive.
Osorio on the kick. Kick was blocked.
Wow.
Osorio gets dragged to the ground. Latin Academy recovers right around the 18-yard. Ball is still loose.
This wasn't blown yet. There you go.
And Latin Academy then recovers it at the 16-yard line.
Well, could be the first break of the game.
Check out the replay on this. He actually ran
blocked.
into his own player.
The upman, the block it. He was there for protection, and the ball hit his back.
Yeah, Joseph Bailey.
Just a tough angle for English. Bad luck on the play that actually was blocked pretty well.
So Latin Academy takes over at the 17-yard line. Dragons on 1st down. Orlando Giussino, the starting quarterback. They do a direct snap to Malcolm Crispin, who's bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we see a lot of the Wildcat where the direct snap goes to one of the running backs. That time they start out with Crispin.
Right now, Orlando Giussino in there at quarterback, but it's Bailey Bellany, the starting quarterback for Latin Academy. Crispin, Polanco, Suazo, and Fitzgerald. Handoff to Crispin on 1st down. Malcolm Crispin to the outside, looking for some space. And Crispin with a solid pickup there on 2nd down.
Yeah, Latin Academy's main offense is their running game because, like you mentioned, they have a number of running backs led mainly by Polanco and Crispin.
Crispin picks up 5 on 2nd down, so it'll be 3rd and 3 now for the Dragons. And Orlando Giussino got to take it himself up the gut.
From what we saw in the first couple of games watching Latin Academy, when Giussino's in there, it's more of a running attack because he's a bigger, stronger type of almost like a fullback runner. And that time he was able to get enough for the 1st down.
So Giussino comes out after he picks up 8 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and goal from about the 5-yard line. So Bailey Bellany now in for Latin Academy. Bailey, the better passer of the 2 quarterbacks for the Dragons. Handoff to Polanco, who's wrapped up in the backfield. Boston English coming across there to make the stop.
English came on a run blitz that time, took a chance for English coming across. That was Ebby Mashak, 25. Did you see him? He blitzed through the middle, and Polanco just didn't have a chance to get going.
Denzel Pierre also there to help up, clean up the tackle, so it'll be 2nd down and goal now for the Dragons. Still from the 5-yard line. Giussino now in there. And the pass is ruled incomplete. Looked like he was looking for Michael O'Neill on the outside.
Yeah, Latin Academy is trying a little trickery, like you said. Usually, Giussino's in there on running plays, and they bring Bellamy in when they want to throw it, but they did the opposite that time. Actually, we saw Giussino hit a long pass in one of the earlier games. I think it was against Boston Latin. So very versatile, pretty much all their backs.
Now from the 5, 3rd and goal. Bailey looking over the middle, and the ball's intercepted. Picked off that time by Jamari Howard. Howard now down the sideline. He's got some room as he's shoved out of bounds along the English sideline. We also got a flag on the play.
Late flag behind. Definitely had nothing to do with the run back. But again, yeah, Bellamy was throwing a little. He was still a little off balance when we threw it.
I believe it was actually Najim Fatel with the interception.
Okay, yeah, that was good coverage. I mean, English, the Latin Academy comes out in what you call a passing formation a lot of times, but then they usually run out of the formation. That time, Bellamy was in the game. Like you say, he is the better passer overall. But on that one, he got some pressure and threw the ball a little off balance. It's a major penalty against English. It's 15 yards. Wow.
Got a 15-yard sideline warning. Official ran into the coach. It's going to be 15 yards from the end of the run.
So one of the officials ran into one of the English coaches on the sideline, so that's a sideline warning. Although if it's a warning and you got a flag, how's it a warning? I'm not really sure.
15 yards,
too. 15-yard penalty.
Wow, the flag gives you 15, takes 15 yards, but nice return, too.
Nevertheless, Boston English with the football now at the 20-yard line after the interception by Najim Fatel. Now on first down, it's Keyshawn Kerr with the carry. He tries to plow forward, but Latin Academy's there to stuff the run.
Again, gang tackling.
Nabiu Kasey in there to make the stop.
These linebackers for Latin Academy are very, very close to the line of scrimmage before the snap. They're really banking on the fact that English is going to have most of their plays running with Keyshawn Kerr. So far, that's been the case.
Second and 9 now for Boston English. They have handoff to Gethers, and Gethers scampers up to the 24-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup there on second down.
See a lot of gang tackling, rugby scrums, but bring up like a 3rd and 6. Haven't seen the quarterback actually run yet. The quarterback ran a lot against O'Brien, Rosario.
Third and 7 now for Boston English. They run the end around to Keyshawn Kerr, and Kerr breaks a tackle. Keyshawn Kerr then fumbles the football. English recovers at the 42-yard line. Najim Fatel with the heads-up play.
Second effort by Kerr did get him the first down, but as he was trying to get rid of that last tackler, lost possession of the football. Good view here. You see the ball is actually punched out.
18-yard gain there for Boston English. I do think that's sort of the one flaw with Keyshawn, because we've seen him a lot now over the years. He does kind of hold the ball out
away from
when
his
he runs
body.
the football.
Right.
First and 10 for the English Eagles now from their own 42-yard line. Handoff straight up the gut to Howard.
They're definitely mixing it up. The straight handoff to Howard, the wide pitches and handoffs to Kerr. And again, I think the next thing we can look for is a fake handoff to the fullback and a pass. They like to pass over the middle to slant patterns.
As of now, Malachi McClure is on the sideline. I'm saying, where is that tall kid that's usually out on the outside?
You can tell when he's out there, that's for sure.
Second down and 7 now.
Gethers again. You see, quick handoff. Gethers. Again, Osario, number 11 right there. We've seen him run. He has good running skills, and he also throws the ball well.
3rd and 3 now for the English Eagles. Man in motion is Keyshawn Kerr. They sweep it with Kerr over the left side. Kerr finds the edge. Still on his feet past the 40 up to the 38-yard line.
That's one of their favorite plays. Put Kerr in motion, give him a running start, then have your linemen pulling, especially the 2 guards. Out front on that one, also Jamari Howard was actually a lead blocker there, giving Kerr plenty of room to get that first down pretty easily.
So Kerr with a 9-yard gain and first down there for Boston English. They mark him down at the 40-yard line. Clock continues to wind down. 3:20 left to go here in this first quarter. You see Coach Conway in his 6th season as head coach of Boston English. Hand off to Kerr, and he's wrapped up in the backfield once again. They bring him down at the 42. So a 2-yard loss on the play. So you see Owen O'Neill coming across to make the tackle.
And friends, because it was like the right side of the line just sort of collapsed. And Kerr had no chance at all. The Latin Academy coaches seem to be convinced that most of English's runs are going to be between the tackles. They're really clogging up that middle. Keyshawn's 2 decent runs have been both outside.
2nd and 12 now for the English Eagles. They try to hand off to Kerr. Steps to the outside. Keyshawn down the sideline. Close to the 20-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 21. Make that the 22.
Those stutter steps of his got to be really deceiving for would-be tacklers. I mean, this one was supposed to go off tackle, but he pops it outside because the cornerback had already committed. Little fake, tries to spin, but Latin Academy catches up. But again, he's a deceptive runner because he has good speed, obviously.
Seven carries, 47 yards on the ground now for Keyshawn Kerr. He just had a 20-yard gain there, so it's a first down for English now at the Latin Academy 22-yard line.
Wide side of the field to the right.
Handoff over the left side to Kerr again. This time Latin Academy there to make the stop.
Yeah, Latin Academy is doing a good job on these runs go up the middle. They're doing a good job defeating the blockers and getting to Kerr. Again, you see, by the time he gets the handoff, he takes a step and a half, and he's hit. Okay, now McClure's in the game, number 1.
Malachi at the bottom of your screen. And now it's Osario on the carry. Osario up the middle towards the end zone. He's going to be short as he's brought down right around the 3-yard line.
Like we said earlier, we saw him run last week in their 30-0 win. Same thing, right the middle. He had Latin Academy probably spread out a little more because McClure was in the game, split wide. So 19-yard gain for the quarterback on his first time.
So 1st and goal now for Boston English from the Latin Academy 3-yard line. Just over 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
McClure in motion.
And Osario tried to sneak it, but Latin Academy snuffed it out.
He's trying to use a little trickery with putting McClure in motion to try to spread out and move a couple of the linebackers, but that's going to probably be the end of the first half. First quarter, rather.
They won't get another playoff here before the end of the quarter. So Boston English controlling the clock here throughout the first quarter, especially after that interception in the end zone.
Yeah, Latin Academy only had 3 plays.
That's
they had
right.
3 plays, and the third was the interception. So it's
been a ground and pound, ball controlling first quarter here for Boston English. They're on top of Latin Academy. Or excuse me, we're still tied at 0 here as English is looking to punch it in after that interception by Najim Vital. We'll be right back for the second quarter here on Game of the Week. Make sure you stick around.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Welcome back to White Stadium, folks, in Jamaica Plain, as the English Eagles and Latin Academy Dragons still scoreless, but Boston English knocking on the doorstep as they have the football at the 3-yard line. They're going to be faced with a 2nd and goal from the 2, rather. As Boston English controlled the football throughout that first quarter, you know, and we saw them have that blocked punt, or actually they punted into one of their own teammates there in the first quarter, but
that's like a turnover, yeah.
Which is basically a turnover. But then English has recovered really well. They get the interception and they drive right down the field. Some high school football teams, you know, that would really rattle them for the entire quarter.
Especially since they wanted the ball first to try to get off to a good start, and they get the worst possible start by having the kick blocked by the up blocking back.
2nd down and goal on the 12th play of the drive for Boston English. Kerr gets the handoff. Did Keyshawn get in? And they're going to mark him down short of the goal line. We have one ref indicating he's short. We have one ref indicating that he's in.
Look like the back judge. I think the back judge signaled touchdown.
Okay, so English Eagles. They put it home for a touchdown run there for Keyshawn Kerr. 12-play drive there for English, and now they'll be trying to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Looks like they had the ball marked incorrectly for the 2-point conversion.
They try Osorio again on the sneak. And Latin Academy does keep him out of the end zone. So just a 6-point lead here for English on that 12-play touchdown drive that was capped off by the Keyshawn Kerr 2-yard touchdown run. And again, you know, you've got a team in Latin Academy, as you see the touchdown run. You got a team
second effort, yeah.
You got a team in Latin Academy who really loves to run the football. You know, that's how they control these games. If you score first, there might be a position where Latin Academy has to throw it a little bit more.
Well, you'll think about it, but since it's only the second quarter, knowing their coaching staff, I think they'll stick with their run. They'll sprinkle in a couple of passes, but so far the only pass to a few got picked off. So you think about that also.
Sideline reporter Milton Posner has an update for us. Milton, what do you got?
Hey guys, got a quick update for you on Nabiu Kasai. He's wearing number 50 in black. He's out there right now for the Dragons. A couple plays ago, rolled his ankle, got some attention on the sidelines. He's got that right foot all taped up. He should be good to go going forward. They're going to check him out at halftime, make sure he's still going okay, but he should be all right from here on out. Back to you.
Milton, thanks very much. That's good news for Latin Academy, as Kasai is one of their better defensive linemen.
Oh, yeah, the games we've done so far, he's always been in the middle of all the defensive action. Had a couple of tackles already today.
So Latin Academy going to try to answer after the big touchdown drive there from English here early in the second quarter. Another squib kick that's fumbled there, and we'll see who recovered it. Might have been English that recovered the football.
English does have it, yeah. Bounced off the
Malcolm Crispin.
I was going to say, he was trying to do the right thing by getting down, but the ball looked like it hit him either in the face mask or the chest.
So not one of the players you would expect to make that mistake, but again, that's a tough kick to handle there for one of the upbacks like Malcolm Crispin.
A little bit of a different type of squib kick because it had a lot of spin and a lot of speed to it.
That's right.
Really coming at him.
So English takes over at the Latin Academy 42-yard line after the touchdown drive.
Got Kerr split as a wide receiver this play. Wide right.
The handoff to Howard again. Howard fumbles the football. Recovers at the 40, make that the 39-yard line.
Better check that ball, huh? Or replace it. Yeah, after the fumble, turns out to be a 3-yard gain. Second and about 7.
Second down and 7 now for the English Eagles. They go with Kerr again. Keyshawn fights his way up to the 36-yard line.
I mean, he's listed
Make that the 37, excuse me.
He's listed at 150, but he seems to play a lot bigger than that. I mean, he
brings all that 150 when he goes to the shoulder.
You know, he has. That's true. I mean, his running style just makes him a much tougher runner than someone usually that small.
So 2-yard gain there on second down. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for English. .53 yards on the ground so far for Keyshawn Kerr, including that touchdown early in the second quarter. Now they bring Howard in motion. And it's Kerr again with the handoff. Latin Academy wraps him up in the backfield. So no gain on the play there for Keyshawn Kerr. It'll be 4th and 5 now for the English Eagles.
So is this 4-down territory? Idaho, Caleb, good job by keeping Kerr from going outside.
Looks like Keyshawn actually lost a yard on the play, so it'll be 4th and 6 now for Boston English.
Well, after the mishap on the first punt, English is going to put Osario in the shotgun. He has his big receiver wide right.
And they give it to Kerr again. Keyshawn to the outside with some speed. Keyshawn Kerr to the end zone. We get a touchdown and a flag. We'll see if the play stands.
Got 2 flags. Another late flag, which is usually something somebody said. So we'll see. You're right, Pat. The first flag is most important because that might be either a block in the back or a hold that would bring the touchdown back.
It looks like it is going to be on English, at least the first one.
That was some run. I mean, looked like he was bottled up, well short of the first down,
and then all of a sudden it just exploded.
And he split both the safety and the cornerback on that sprint. Well, there's two. The second flag, like you said, that came out late. So that'd be a dead ball foul. But if they're both on English, it's up to Latin Academy to pick, obviously, the one that's going to help them the most.
We had holding
on
the offense. It's going to be from the point.
All right, let's see the top left of the screen. That was that's McClure, and he knocked down the cornerback, but
it looked like he was holding Suazo there on the outside.
So, but it's
also tacking on a personal foul.
Okay,
I'm sorry, that's the holding.
That's
the
holding
penalty yardage.
Yes, the holding would be better for Latin Academy because it would stay 4th down.
Coach Conway now having a conversation with the referees. He was not at all pleased with the refereeing last week.
Oh, he was just say it mildly, believe me.
And on some of the calls, I don't blame him. I mean, and you know what? It's these federation rules have really confused not just players, not just coaches, but referees as well. These referees are still trying to figure out, these rules. I mean, we just saw it on the 2-point conversion where they actually put the ball on the wrong yardage line because the rules are different with the federation than they were originally with the NCAA rules that the high school football in Massachusetts used to follow.
So the holding, the holding would bring it from the spot of the foul. That might be what Conway's objecting to. The spot of the foul was way
further
downfield.
Yeah, we saw.
So even with the 15 yards, he would be. Well, the holding will keep it at 4th down, but I think the problem is the spotting the ball.
He's going to decline and take the ball. Was there enough for a first down when he ran?
See, that's what they're.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Yeah, the confusion
so
is
he's going to take one of
the second flag.
And now they have to talk to Rocco.
Exactly.
They have to give Rocco options here because depending on what happened with each penalty, one might be better for Latin Academy than the other.
Yeah, the holding was a live ball, so that should have been. If it's from the spot. Yeah, you get one. Rocco wants both.
Yeah.
Can't blame him, but even with the federation rules, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
Otherwise, if you take it from the 10 and move him back to the hole. Oh, he's going to get the ball. No. He's going to repeat it anyways.
It's 4th down. Yeah.
He's just going to mark him back. You're not going to get the ball yet because he's going to repeat it down. If you decline it, it's going to still be in front. No. The players ran on the field.
So the players from Boston English ran on the field, I believe, early when he scored the touchdown. So that's what the after the play penalty is.
Okay.
Celebration penalty.
And they had the sideline warning earlier, so that's why it was a 15-yarder. It would be 15 yards if they decide to take that. I mean, the only issue, it seems to me, that if the holding was farther downfield and they take it from the spot, then English may still have to get the first down. But if they take the second one, it should keep it 4th down.
Because that celebration penalty does wipe out the touchdown.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Despite the fact that it happened, away from the play.
Oh, see, Rocco thinks it's after the play.
That's what the argument is. Rocco thinks that because the penalty occurred actually as he was going into the end zone, it's a live ball foul. Where the referee, I believe, is saying that it's a after the whistle foul where the touchdown would stand, but then I think it would probably be 15 yards on the kickoff.
Right.
Is what they would get.
Yeah, both coaches are in conference with different officials.
And it wouldn't shock me if the two different groups of officials had different interpretations of the rules.
Well, we know one thing: you can only take one of the penalties.
Right.
So
I think Rocco's going to end up taking the holding call because that's the only one that prevents the touchdown from happening.
Yeah. And Coach Conway, who's also on the field, wants to be sure that he can't keep his touchdown. See, the way he's pointing, it's looking like it's what I was saying earlier. He thinks,
if it's a
okay, if you
spot foul,
take that, there's a spot foul. 15 yards back still gives me a first down. All right, so from the line of scrimmage,
okay,
15 yards comes off.
So that's the celebration penalty. Because the hold's only 10, so that's a celebration penalty. Either way, the touchdown's wiped out by the penalty. So no matter what happened, that English touchdown was not going to stand. So now they take the 15-yard excessive celebration penalty that's taken off from the line of scrimmage.
Right. So
it's now fourth
and about 20.
And 23, I'm going to call it.
The English sidelines got to calm down. I mean, they got 2 penalties already for being too close on one play, and now excessive celebration.
We just lost the clock on the scoreboard, too.
Oh, no.
And Coach Conway
I think Conway is still confused about how much yardage was taken. He takes a timeout. Yeah, Conway's going to take a timeout. I mean, he has to first decide if he wants to punt. I mean, they're right at midfield, or a yard away from midfield. You had a little mishap on your first attempted punt, so you're not sure you want to go back to that. But you don't want to give Latin Academy excellent field position either. I mean, you're going to be tempted to go for it just the way that Keyshawn Kerr broke that big play on the 4th down.
Our sideline reporter Milton Poser has got an update for us. Milton, what do you got?
Well, guys, if you notice a player on the Latin team that's just a little bit taller than the guys around him, that would be Brendan Shapiro, is wearing number 87 in black. And if you're wondering why a guy 6'7", 230 pounds isn't playing for the basketball team, it turns out he is. He's been their center for a good few seasons now. He's a junior, and he decides this year, why not go out for football too? It took them a while to get him ready. He didn't play until a couple of weeks ago in what would have been their 3rd game. This was October 8th. He has scored a touchdown in both of the games he's played. He's playing as a tight end, and this is the first game he started in that position. Now, their long-term plan for him is to work him into the defensive rotation, try to get a little bit more versatility going. But the interesting part, his brother Jack, an 8th grader right now, not seeing a whole lot of playing time, but in a year or two, they think he could be the signal caller for this team. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Milton. As Boston English now on to kick. Low end-over-end kick that's actually going to work out beautifully for Boston English as it rolls inside the 10-yard line. And they're going to down it right around the 7, I believe.
So
Coach Conway still talking to the head referee.
Yeah, well, like you said, I mean, it's a good point to mention how upset he was last week with the officiating. I mean, just overall, it wasn't against any particular official, it's just overall. But today, anytime you have a touchdown being taken off the board, I mean, you're going to be upset anyway, but quite frankly, you got to be more upset about the sideline. Keep your players. There's a certain area that the players have to be in. It's usually between the 40s or between the 30s.
Nice little run here from Malcolm Crispin, who gets to the outside. Crispin down the sideline, and he shoved out of bounds, short of midfield, but very close to it. So Malcolm Crispin making up for that blunder on the kick return.
Well, we knew that Malcolm was going to break out one of these plays, and this is the simple handoff and using that speed. Finally knocked out of bounds by Patel. Patel was the last one, the last English player, too.
They mark him down right at midfield, so 43-yard carry there for Malcolm Crispin. First down now for Latin Academy. Now it's Polanco. And Xavier can't escape the English defense as he's wrapped up just after midfield, about a 1-yard gain on the play.
And Shock Epi, one of the first ones to hit him, and then like you said, bottled up. Both teams, they're doing a lot of gang tackling because they know that they're facing probably maybe the two top runners in the city. When you think about Key and Crispin.
Second and 9 now for Latin Academy. Polanco, the deep back, Crispin, the fullback. They pitch it to Polanco. Xavier looking for the edge. And takes a hit right around the 47-yard line.
That was Keyshawn
Kerr.
Kerr. I mean, we talked about how he plays both sides. He came all the way from the defensive backfield. English did a good job to string Polanco out, giving Kerr a chance to unload near the sideline.
Actually marked him down at the 46. About a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 now for we'll make it 3rd and 7 now for Latin Academy. Bellany rolling to his right and just has to get rid of it.
Good job. Good pressure.
Really pressure there from English.
No chance. Carter was at
DeJon Carter. Yeah, DeJon Carter, excuse me.
DeJon Carter. He actually was being blocked, but he threw the blocker away and then was able to get on the quarterback before he could make any attempt to pass the ball. So now 4th down.
Suazo's is in there to kick now for Latin Academy. Suazo with a high knuckleball of a punt. Rolls backwards. It's fielded there by Keyshawn Kerr. He's got nowhere to go with it. Yeah. Wrap him up right around the 11. "35-yard punt there for Suazo. No return by English."
Watch Kerr here. Decides to pick it up. So he saw the way it was bouncing. So he didn't want it to bounce inside the 10. So he at least was able to get it down. You got to wonder if that long drive by English, we say 80 yards, and all the time it took, if it's really making the Latin Academy team think about, well, we may only have, a limited number of possessions for the second half. So let's punt and play some defense and hope we can make them punt.
Dragons with only 7 offensive plays so far. Now English takes over at the 11. And once again, it looked like it was Kerr again on the carry.
Well, interesting.
4-yard gain there for English.
Patel was talking to one of the linesmen. I think he's trying to tell the linesman to watch out for either offside or encroachment.
Keyshawn Kerr split out wide. Now he's coming in motion for English. They run the sweep with Kerr again. Latin Academy bottles him up right around the 17-yard line.
Yeah, no chance to cut back on that one. You see the handoff. Kerr's trying to be patient, waiting. Has his Howard in front of him as a lead blocker, but the cutback, there's nothing there. And the pursuit coming back down from the middle keeps it to a very short game. Actually, the only real yardage they've gotten up the middle was by the quarterback, the one carry he had to get them into that scoring position.
3rd and 5 now for English from the 16-yard line.
Kerr in motion again.
The handoff to Howard, and this time Jamari Howard plows forward up to the 21, so he's very close to a first down.
Where they're putting the ball is going to be short. I mean, it's literally...
It's actually right on the 20.
Yeah, it's going to be about a yard, a little more than a yard short. 4th and 1. Yeah,
So
they must be trying to just pull Latin Academy offside.
4th and 1 here for for the English Eagles.
I can't imagine them actually going for it. Oh, well.
There they do go for it. And I don't think they got it.
Well,
it's
the way,
going to be
it's
very
being
close.
marked, yeah, the way it's being marked, they might have it.
It's very close.
We got Howard.
They mark them down very close to a first down. They're going to have to measure, I think.
Talk about a risk. Wow. That I mean, the clock's down to 2:44 in the half. From here, it looks like he is short. But again, you might as well measure.
Yeah, we're at a slightly askew angle here, so it might be closer than we think.
Came out in the I formation with Keyshawn as deep back in the I, obviously as a decoy. And then ran the ball the opposite direction. Did he just get it? No, he's short.
He's short by an inch.
Wow.
But English. Excellent camera shot there from our sideline cam, Alex Bergeron, showing us that it's about 2 inches short of the marker. So it'll be a turnover on downs. Latin Academy takes over at the 21-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, Coach Conway is going to really rethink that one. Because actually the last punt they had was an excellent punt. Good bounce, and it backed up Latin Academy. But now you've given them the ball at your 21 with a couple of minutes to go in the half.
Got to make sure we get these chains reset.
2:44 left on the clock.
They continue to have problems with the scoreboard clock here. There is 2:44 left to go in the first half.
Still 6-0 English, and Latin Academy's best chance to score before halftime.
Crispin lined up at the quarterback position. He gets the direct snap up to the 18-yard line. So a 3-yard gain there on first down, 2nd down and 7 now for Latin Academy.
Denzel Pierre on that one, 15, good one-on-one tackle. Yes, he was able to filter through and find Crispin.
What's the good? The run with Crispin over the left side, and once again, Malcolm nowhere to go with it. Looked like Joseph Bailey coming across to make the stop.
He got run down from behind on that one. Okay, there he is. That's Joseph Bailey. Yeah. Both teams are really doing a good job with this inside running. Defensively, they're taking the chance that there's not going to be much passing. They're packing the line of scrimmage.
Milton mentioned Brandon Shapiro, the big 6'7" tight end. We'll see if he might be an option here on 3rd or even 4th down if they go for it. Bailey, or Jusino over the middle to Shapiro, but English breaks it up.
He called it. Hey. As a matter of fact, that's the play we saw. One of the games we did, he caught a touchdown. A play like that. He goes right down the middle, turns around, uses the height. He's definitely the first one to get to the ball, but it's knocked away.
Najim Vattel, the safety, coming up to make that deflection. So that'll be 4th and 7 now for Latin Academy. Orlando Jusino staying in there. As we mentioned before, Jusino more of the running quarterback for Latin Academy, as
Bailey
Bellany is the throwing quarterback.
They're going to go to a Wildcat.
Jusino again back to throw, looking over the right side. He's got O'Neal, who makes the completion at the 11-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Latin Academy.
Looks like he's going to be.
Okay, they might have to measure that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. They are short of the first down, so Boston English will now take over at the 11-yard line.
I am surprised Latin Academy didn't ask for a measurement. So 2 really close plays winding down this first half. Well, I think overall we're sort of getting what we expected.
Sure.
Both teams have had, well, Latin Academy was given this opportunity here, but English is, like you said, that 80-yard touchdown drive was so long. I think it was like 12 plays, and it took so much time off the clock. Latin Academy's only had, until this drive, they had 7 plays the entire half. They're not used to that at all. So halftime, we always talk about adjustments and changes, and they're doing well defensively, but they just got to figure out a way to bottle up Kerr on those sideline runs.
I believe it's just over a minute left to go here in the second quarter. Osario back to throw, now scrambling, looking for an opening. We mentioned how good of a runner he is. The Latin Academy there to wrap him up right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was able to avoid a sack, which that's the most important thing. Okay, 104 now is left in the half. The scoreboard over there is really going crazy. It even took English 6 points down. Can't have that. That would be. I'm head coach at English. I don't nuts about that.
I don't want to know what Coach Conway would do if he saw that they lost 6 points.
Yeah, it's like the clock is out. The 6 points is out.
It's like little by little, some of the lights go out on the scoreboard.
And what's crazy, it's a beautiful day. I mean, usually
it's
a
perfect
lot of times,
conditions.
no matter where you go, sometimes with rain or a lot of wind, whatever, you can have scoreboard malfunctions because they're all electronic. But today is the one day that you would think it would work perfectly.
That's right. Unbelievable.
Well, we know it's still 6-0 English, and we know that there's a minute and 4 left to go before halftime. They have a 2nd and 9 coming up. I think Latin Academy is hoping to be able to stop English on the 2nd and 3rd down and force what I would think would be a punt.
Right.
I don't think you want to try 2 in a row on the 4th down inside your own 20.
Malachi McClure, the tall receiver for English, the top of your screen there. As they do give it to Kerr on the handoff.
Okay, now this make a 3rd down. This is usually a passing situation. It'll be about a 3rd and that was a real. Yeah.
The 3-yard gain there for Kerr. So 52 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. This might be a play where English says, okay, we're going to call a running play. If it pops and we get a first down, maybe we'll start to go for it. Call timeout and start to go for it. If we don't get it, we'll let the clock roll down and punt with however many seconds there are left in the quarter. Right now, if you're Boston English, though, you're coming in essentially to the home field of Latin Academy to an undefeated team, and you're on top 6 to zip, and probably could have definitely had another touchdown if they didn't have that holding call.
Well, the thing, and even more than that, I think they've got to be just as content or maybe even surprised with how well they've defended this high-powered Latin Academy team. Not only is Latin Academy 5-0, a number of those games were blowouts. I mean, they were averaging over 30 points a game.
3rd down now for English. They give it to Howard. And Howard makes his way up to the 16, so he's going to be well short of the first down. And now Latin Academy calls timeout.
Yeah, this is what they wanted to do all along. Latin Academy wants to force the punt and hopefully get some kind of return, get back into scoring position. They do have a good passing attack, especially with the big tight end who's getting used to running his patterns. And you know, the main pattern that we've seen with him, he starts on the end of the line, just slides into the middle,
that's right,
and sort of turns around once he steps into the end zone. That was a good defensive play because he did get his hands on that catch, but had it knocked away. And on the other side, Latin Academy just got to be totally frustrated, especially Polanco. He's used to breaking out for a couple of good runs. Crispin did have that one huge run, 41 yards, but other than that, hasn't been much at all on offense.
Yeah, we're used to Polanco approaching triple digits and rushing at this point in the game.
I'm telling you, it's and this is where a lot of coaches tell, like I'm sure Rocco Ziza will tell his team at halftime, look, this is a good team. We haven't been in this position before, but this is what happens.
Rosario with a line drive punt that's fielded right around the 45, and Orlando Giacino brings it up to the 39-yard line.
Good job by Giacino. Under control. He could see the ball coming right to him, so not much of a risk, but he was able to add a few yards to that return.
33 seconds left to go in the quarter. They mark him down officially at the 40-yard line. So Latin Academy with 33 seconds left before halftime. Would imagine we'll try to move the ball down the field through the air.
Well, I don't think they've tried this screen pass. They have a screen pass that could go to either Polanco or Crispin.
Bailey Bellany in there at quarterback, rolling to his right, looking down the right side for Suazo. And they're going to let that go. Both incidental contact,
they're both going for the ball.
Players kind of tangled up their feet.
They're both looking for the ball. They're going for it all on one chunk. I was thinking about a screen, but he's going down the sideline.
That's right.
Good throw, though. I mean, the coverage by Kerr was good also.
Yeah, Bellany can throw the football. We've seen him do it before here at White Stadium this season. 2nd down and 10 now for the Dragons. Bellany now rushing for his life, just has to get rid of it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28-yard line that time by Denzel Pierre.
I tell you, that pressure, you talked about it, Pat. What is this? This is about the third time he pressured Bellamy. Tyshawn Jackson. Then Denzel Pierre with the interception. Well, I'll tell you, that's the adjustment that Latin Academy is going to make. The passing game, they've got to keep Bellamy clean and give him a chance to set himself and throw the football. Second time, he's had to throw off balance.
Rosario now back to throw over the middle. He's almost intercepted by Suazo. Both he and Christopher Elston actually collided in the defensive backfield.
That one, I mean, he did have Geathers trying to split them, but with the way the ball was thrown, actually gave Latin Academy a better chance at catching it. Looked like they only had 2 players in that running out in the pattern, but yeah, English trying to catch the Latin Academy defensive backs a little close to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 now for English. Rosario, he's got time, and is then wrapped up in the backfield.
I think it's time to take a knee on this one. Right. That's going to be it. Yeah.
That's going to do it for the first half here at White Stadium. English on top of Latin Academy, 6-0. And Boston English controlling possession of the football for the majority of that first half. And, you know, they're sort of the ones that have, I thought, you know, had probably the best first half out of either team. Latin Academy, like you mentioned, haven't seen a lot of Polanco, haven't had that one big run from Crispin, but other than that, they really haven't been able to get anything going offensively.
Exactly. I would say the biggest surprise for me for the first half is the English defense. I mean, they came in with a plan. They're crowding the line of scrimmage with the linebackers. They're even bringing up the safeties to keep the running attack within the 2 tackles for Latin Academy. Doing a good job. That one 41-yard run by Crispin was a dash outside.
That's
so
right.
The English got caught a little short-handed on the wing. But other than that, there hasn't been much at all. 2 interceptions. One actually very close to the end zone, which thwarted it. That was Latin Academy's best chance to score.
That's right.
Lost that because of the interception. And like you said, English, that nice touchdown drive, 80 yards, 12 plays, killed a lot of clock. And at one point in the second quarter, Latin Academy only had 7 offensive plays. And they're totally not used to that at all.
No question.
So it's one of those things that, you know, the coach is going to talk about, well, listen, they're a good team. We got to play better.
No question. One of the coaches, the head coach of the English Eagles, is with our sideline reporter, Milton Posner. Milton, take it away.
We're here with head coach Ryan Conway. His team's leading 6-0 at the half. Coach, you held this team scoreless in the first half. It's the first time anyone's done that this season. What's working for you guys on the defensive end?
Well, we saw some things in film that we thought we could exploit. We're doing a good job of executing on defense. We're just not doing a good job on offense. You know, we thought we had a touchdown down there. For whatever reason, the officials didn't think so.
Can you share any insight into what they were telling you, what kind of the confusion was when they were making that call?
Live ball, dead ball, and enforcement of it, which is an ongoing issue for me.
Okay. Keyshawn scoring that touch, he had a great week last week. He's been kind of the engine for a lot of your guys' offense here. What are you seeing from him that's letting him go on these runs?
We're semi doing what we're supposed to do up front. We're not executing exactly like we want to. You know, they're doing some things that we're taking advantage of by alignment and everything else. You know, they're a good coach team. They're a solid team. I don't think we're going to be able to do that the second half. You know, they're going to make the adjustments and see what we've been doing. You know, that's a good coaching staff. That's a good team over there. They're well coached. They've been scoring 40 points on everybody. You know, so, you know, we're just going to do our best and keep fighting like we are.
Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Milton, thanks very much. Pretty much what we expected from Coach Conway there. But
I think he keeps his hands in his pockets to calm himself down.
To keep himself in control.
I tell you, but I give him full credit for the way he described that. Okay, tough question. And to say that, well, live ball, dead ball, couldn't figure it out, I don't understand. You got to love that. But overall, what he did say was exactly what we saw. He took some chances defensively.
Yeah.
Like they actually had a couple of run blitzes early in the first quarter that bottled up Crispin and Polanco and threw them for some losses also. On the passing plays, he's figured out something to get pressure on Bologna each of the 3 times that he tried to throw the ball deep. He's had to throw off balance. He's had to throw with pressure in his face, and he's had 2 of them picked off.
That's right.
So, and the best part to me at the end was Coach Conway did say, well, we can't do the same thing in the first half because Ziza and his guys are good coaches. They will adjust to what they saw us doing.
That's
so,
right.
Second half should be fun.
No question. He knows this other team that he's going up against and how well coached they are, just like the English Eagles. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime stats, some highlights from the first half, and then we'll get going here in the third quarter here from White Stadium in Jamaica Plain right here on Game of the Week. Make sure you stick around.
I never graduated from high school. I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe! Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch.
Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to White Stadium in Jamaica Plain. We're at the half here between English and Latin Academy. The English Eagles on top of the Dragons 6-0. And, folks, we're going to take a look at the halftime stats here before we get going in the third quarter. And first up, it's going to be Latin Academy.
Latin Academy, big surprise. Crispin, 53 yards, but 41 was on one play, five carries. Cicino, 8 yards on one carry. Receiving, one catch for 7 yards. So there's just been pressure on Latin Academy's pass, especially Bologna. Cicino had that one completion, but again, English was able to put good pressure on the passing game.
Weird to see Polanco not on that stat sheet.
At all, yeah, that's probably the first time all season. English, of course, Keyshawn Kerr, big half, 14 carries, 61 yards, and the only score of the game. Rosario, the quarterback, he had 5 carries for 17 yards. Nothing passing at all. Rosario was 0 for 1 for no yards. But it's not that often that we can say a 6-0 first half was actually a good, exciting half, but it really was. A lot of defense on both sides, especially on the English side. Like I said, that was the biggest surprise to me. The English was able to bottle up this Latin Academy offense the way they have. In second half, Coach Ziza is going to, I think he's going to go a little deeper into his playbook. Maybe some trick plays, a lot of misdirection, which they usually do, but trying to force English to spread out that defensive set so they can find some running lanes for Polanco and for Crispin.
No question. Now, Boston English, their first half defense was outstanding, and they had a couple of turnovers that they were able to create. We'll get a couple of highlights of those right here.
That's the interception right there when Latin Academy was trying to get into for their first touchdown. Patel, good play. And then on a long pass, second interception by English, and that's Pierre on the second one. So Latin Academy is going to get the ball to start the second half, and I really do think that Coach Ziza is going to do some things differently, just like Coach Conway predicted to us on that interview. Coach Conway cracks me up whenever we have him.
He's great.
You gotta like his spirit, his overall attitude, and he gets the players to play.
He does.
For a few years before he got there, before he got the head coaching job, English was having they were struggling with some numbers. They were struggling with keeping guys from sophomore to junior to senior to stick with it. But now, definitely more solid program. And I think that it's more fun for the players.
No question. He's definitely brought some stability to that English football program in the last few seasons, and we're now seeing them compete to try to get into the playoffs every season since he's been the head man. For Latin Academy, with this first possession, you got to think they're just going to try to ram the football
they're all
and get
so
their 2 running backs involved.
Oh, no doubt. They're all, especially Crispin and Polanco, they are terribly over-anxious because they know that they're far better than this, and their frustration level just has to be really high because they played good defense. They really played good defense, and they did give up that one long drive, and then they sort of got lucky on the penalty, calling back that second long run by Kerr. Let's not forget, that was a 4th down play. There's a 4th down play. They pitch the ball to Kerr. He goes the distance, and then he has to call back. But so I think from that standpoint, I'm pretty sure that Coach Ziza would tell his team, listen, we're lucky not to be down 2 scores.
That's right.
All right, so let's take advantage. Let's take this second half kickoff, and let's grind the ball down. And I'm sure the offensive line coach had some words for his group, because Bologna, when he went back to pass, was really under some solid pressure.
Crispin and Christopher Bell back to receive for Latin Academy, as Corey Collins will perform the kicking duties for the English Eagles.
Yeah, they squibbed one after the touchdown. There's another one.
And once again, Latin Academy bobbles it, but I believe that's Polanco who jumps on it there at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, bounces off Polanco, but does a good job to get to it. Good field position, and that's the chance you take. When you squib like that, trying to get the recovery, you also, if you don't get it, you give up the good field position because they're close to midfield already.
So after the Polanco recovery at the 43, we'll see what Latin Academy can do here.
Come on, hold your block.
On first down, it's Polanco getting wrapped up in the backfield once again.
These one-on-one tackles, Pat, have been amazing for English.
Joseph Bailey again with the stop. Bailey's had a lot of tackles in the backfield so far.
We've called his name a few times in the first half. And again, English is coming across the line. Bailey, he's not even thinking about pass coverage. It's not even really a blitz. Well, I guess maybe it is a blitz because he gets there so quick. And that's an indication of what they were doing in the first half successfully.
Second and 13 now for the Dragons. Bellany down the right side up the seam, and he can't hook up with Owen O'Neill.
But again, the pressure forced him to throw it before he wanted to. O'Neill actually was a step behind the cornerback, but because Bellany had to put it in the air early, just slightly overthrew it. Did a good job to overthrow it, actually, because the two defenders were there. They were beaten, but if it had been a little shorter, it may have been picked off.
Bailey Bellany now 0 for 4 throwing the football, including the 2 picks. Third and 13 now for Latin Academy as they go with the spread formation.
They're coming at him again. Yeah, they got him.
He's got to get rid of it. They deflected the football. Is that a live ball? Latin Academy, I believe, recovers at the 21. Heck of a play there from their offensive lineman.
Bellany got crushed. I mean, good that he's okay, but I mean, his frustration level is off the charts at this point.
Edson De Silva recovers the fumble.
See what? Look, it starts with all the pressure. All right, that's Carter again in the backfield. Then English trying to pick the ball up. Has it go back to Latin Academy. They got a 4th and, my God, what's that, 4th and 32?
My goodness. Suazo back to punt again for the Dragons. High spiraling kick. That bounces forward. Latin Academy downs it right around the 45-yard line. Only about a 24-yard net there on the punt for Latin Academy.
Well, I'll tell you, that first series, that was more of the same from the first half. English, I guess they just feel like they can stick with one-on-one coverage of the receivers and just put more pressure on the quarterback and also have more bodies to counteract Crispin and Polanco.
Ten minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Terrell Geathers with the carry. And they mark him down at the 41-yard line. 4-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, I like the way they're using Geathers because that's basically giving Kerr plays off because he's the deep back in the eye. He has no responsibility other than to stay where he is.
Now on second down, they give it to Geathers again, and Terrell's wrapped up in the backfield. Malcolm Crispin.
Yeah, we talked about how he plays as a linebacker. Like I've said all season, I'm just as impressed with his defensive play.
No question. And Malcolm Crispin, who we found out a few weeks ago, an outstanding wrestler. And that's actually the sport he might play in college rather than football. Might be able to do both. But, even Coach Conway mentioned it when we were talking to him earlier in the week. He said, Malcolm, because of his wrestling background, he knows how to use leverage. He knows how to
use his
get
hands.
That low center of gravity, use his hands. That's why he's such a good tackler, such a good between the tackles runner. Third long now for Boston English. There you see Malachi McClure get the catch. The
first
fella.
Yeah.
Makes his way up to the 36-yard line. So it'll be, I believe, a 4th and 1 now for English.
Yeah, it's got to be 4-down territory for English. We're waiting for a catch by McClure. Big fella using that body of his. The Radmarkers have to adjust too.
There's a flag on the far side of the field near the English bench.
Can't be sideline again.
On the offense, 5 men in the backfield.
Oh.
Illegal formation on English.
Okay.
Let's go,
Let's go, man. Pick 6.
So it'll be 3rd and 12 now for the English Eagles to wipe out that reception by Malachi McClure.
So you know McClure's in the huddle said, come back to me again.
Yeah, that's right. McClure now at the bottom of your screen. So Osario on the quarterback keeper. Escapes one tackler. Osario down the sideline, and Osario is going to run in for a score.
That's amazing. I thought he was going to be thrown for a loss.
He stepped out of one tackle from Xavier Polanco and was able to get to the sideline. Heck of a run there for for Mark Osario.
That was amazing. Well, let's see how he steps out of this tackle. It looked like he was wrapped up right there.
Shakes off another there, then just gets to the edge.
And for a quarterback, he has really deceiving speed because no one even got close to him once he hit the sideline.
43-yard touchdown run there for Mark Osario, and English will now try to tack on the 2-point conversion. Osario this time escapes another tackle. Then he's wrapped up at the 6, so no 2-point conversion again there for English.
And that's the only good thing this sequence for Latin Academy, because we've seen all this season and over the years how the 2-point conversions are so important. Was that Polanco? Yeah, that was Polanco. Then
Harrison Fitzgerald slipped out of that tackle, and then boom.
There's all speed. It's really interesting. The first half, I mean, he barely ran the ball until the second quarter. Second quarter, he had that one big run to set up the touchdown, the first touchdown. And now, yeah, he has 59 yards and 7 carries now.
59 yards on 7 carries and a massive touchdown run after rushing for 86 yards last week.
So it's a legitimate sort of a 3-pronged running attack with Geathers and Kerr and now the quarterback of all people, Osario.
Latin Academy now down 2 scores, and it's Michael O'Neill coming up with the catch there on the squib kick. That came at him fast.
It did. It was good job to be able to catch that on the fly.
So Latin Academy with good field position here, but they got a lot of work to do now, down 2 scores.
Well, again, this is like anything else. It's still early in the second half, so you can stick with your running game. It's just you got to do a better job up front.
Orlando Giacino in there at quarterback now as Polanco's the man in motion. They try to run the sweep with Polanco, and once again wrapped up in the backfield, and that's going to be a late hit.
Well, they're going to throw the flag for throwing him out of bounds. I don't think anybody hit him late, but after he wrapped him up, he sort of flung him out of bounds.
Yeah, DeJuan Carter.
Carter's had a good game too.
He has.
It's almost like Carter is shadowing Polanco because he's been the main tackler whenever Polanco gets the ball.
That's a foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense, number 4. Threw him out of bounds.
Yes,
yeah. Penalty in the end of the run.
That's tough. I mean, I don't know.
That's such a tough play for defenders.
And the thing is, okay, here he is. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it depends, I guess, on where Polanco was
and also
before he got thrown out of bounds.
And we have the advantage. We've seen Polanco run out of tackles and then hit the sideline.
Sure.
So English is making sure that doesn't happen.
Latin Academy now with the football at the English 39-yard line. They run it with Crispin over the left side. Malcolm Crispin makes his way up to the 32.
Crispin, a little bit of running room once he finally tucks the ball in and actually ran into one of his blockers. But again, the English linebackers playing so close to the line of scrimmage, they're definitely vulnerable for a pass.
Second and 3 now for Latin Academy as the ball is deflected. Another good job there by the
Good
English
pressure.
front seven.
It's amazing.
Denzel Pierre now down
I don't know
on
if
the turf.
he's actually shaken up or just frustrated. Watch again, more pressure on Baloney. Ball knocked away by
Guy Nobrun.
Yeah.
Third and 3 now for the Dragons.
Casino back at quarterback.
They give to Polanco, and Polanco escapes one tackler, spins out of another.
Boy, second effort.
Fights his
Really
way
good
past
second
the
effort.
30. They mark him down, I believe, at 28, so that is a first down for Latin Academy.
It's a short run, but it's Polanco's best run of the game. Gets hit in the backfield, but again, runs out of that, able to use that leg strength to spin. That last spin is what got him the first down, because it looks like Tyshawn Jackson had the chance to bring him down short.
First down now for Latin Academy. They go with the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Ticino keeps the ball to pound out some yardage. Yeah, Ticino with the direct snap and then using that power of his 190-pounder.
Second and 6 now for the Dragons. They give it to Polanco again. Gets to the edge. Xavier Polanco dragged out of bounds. Face mask penalty. That's going to be against English. It's going to be half the distance to the goal line.
The English was killing themselves with these penalties.
That one you can see.
Face mask on the defense, number 13. It's going to be at half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
You see Polanco again running out of a couple of tackles. Tries to hit that sideline, and Newbrin actually looks like he got his finger stuck. Once he hit it, he got his finger stuck in there.
Yeah,
a lot of times he actually try to get away, but they're stuck.
Nice looking replay there from our replay operator, Shavarsh Morsi. It'll be first and goal from the 5-yard line now for Latin Academy.
English taking a timeout. You gotta wonder if English has some blitz design. They've been run blitzing pretty much the whole game, and that's how they got the first interception, because Latin Academy tried to trick them with a pass.
Sideline reporter Milton Posner's got an update. Milton, what do you got?
Hey guys, I was hanging out behind the English bench over there for that last touchdown. A bench dead quiet, goes to an absolute roar as Osorio turns the corner right in front of all of his teammates. It's pandemonium afterward. They're a loose bunch. He gets back. As you guys know, he's been trying not to run quite so much this game. It was part of the game plan to not have him be exposed to as many hits. But he was telling his teammates when he got back, the middle was blocked up. I saw the side and I took it. And his teammate Jonathan Paul comes over, mile-wide smile stretched across his face, and just says, hey, you could have hit me instead. Back to you guys.
Spoken like a true receiver.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Osario's
that was
touchdown
some
run.
play. That was a highlight play.
Meanwhile, on the other side, you see Bailey Bellany still on the bench. He got drilled in the shoulder on that play where he got sacked from behind and fumbled the ball. We can see him right in front of us here, and it doesn't look like he's going to be getting back in anytime soon.
Yeah, he's on the bench by himself. Well, Jacino is very capable of taking over if he has to.
Malcolm Crispin lined up at quarterback out of the shotgun. Direct snap to Crispin. He fights his way forward. Touchdown, Latin Academy.
Well, it's the first time this season that it's taken Latin Academy 29 minutes to score, but you know they're happy to finally get on the scoreboard. Now here's the all-important two-point conversion.
9-play, 51-yard touchdown drive. They run the same play with Crispin again.
He's in.
And he punches it in for the two-point conversion. So now Latin Academy down by just 4 because English missed both two-point conversions at the end of their touchdowns.
And like we said before, it very well may have a bearing on the outcome.
That's actually how English lost to East Boston a couple of weeks ago. They actually missed both their two-pointers. East Boston got their two-pointers.
16-12, yeah.
16-12. And then meanwhile for Latin Academy, they defeated East Boston last week. They got their two-pointers as well. One, I believe, 16-12. So it wasn't the deciding factor, but it helped them out.
You see the touchdown, Crispin. We talk about him being the smallest back, but it doesn't matter. He's like he's all muscle. Like he's like it's a ball of muscle.
That's right.
Because he listed at 160 pounds, 150 pounds, and he's using it all. 160 pounds, 5'8", 160 pounds.
Suazo now to kick for Latin Academy. He goes with the squib kick that's fielded right around the 16-yard line. English having a tough time corralling the football. And that was DeJuan Carter there to clean it up.
Now you're seeing the Latin Academy bench live for pretty much for the first time in the game. Squib kick, always difficult because it's spinning and bouncing at the same time. Good job coming back to help out with DeJuan Carter. So English has to regain their composure. A couple of really bad penalties helped that touchdown drive for Latin Academy.
Now on first down from the 16-yard line. Another handoff up the middle there for English. Latin Academy there for the stop as it was Terrell Geathers on the carry. Harrison Fitzgerald coming up to make the stop.
Seems pretty basic for English. They're running attacks so far today. Been Geathers between the tackles and Kerr, anything outside, along with Osario. I mean, the important thing for that touchdown for Latin Academy, now English knows, listen, we've got to score again to keep the lead. So, they're game on now because Latin Academy's done what they had to do.
2nd and 9 now for English. Keyshawn Kerr bottled up after a short game.
Penalty on the, I wonder if it's a procedure against English. It's procedure.
Illegal on the offense. 5 men in the backfield.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. I may have to invest in a Federation book.
I know.
I'm confused myself.
I was trying to find the free version. But you do have to buy the actual book.
Of course.
Because why not? So they had 5 men lined up in the backfield.
Second time they've been called for that. So when we've seen a number of wing formations, so if in fact they're considering that in the backfield, English has got to adjust that because they'll keep getting called for it. Okay, good.
2nd down and 14 now for the English Eagles.
Got Fattel split wide. You got Kerr in motion.
They run the sweep here with Keyshawn Kerr. Now he's going to reverse field, and he is dropped inside the 5. Kasey in there for the stop.
Another flag down. I think it's. Let's see what this is. Nowhere to go for Kerr. actually runs into
Idaho and Kasey there to corral the outstanding Keyshawn Kerr.
Yeah, unfortunately for English, he actually ran in together, who was trying to throw a block for him. But there's another penalty. Let's see what. From the linesman.
On the offense.
Another illegal motion, same penalty.
5-yard penalty, still second down.
So that's actually a break there for English.
Well, they'll lose some yardage, but you're right, they keep the down. I mean, he was thrown for a 4-yard loss. Half the distance will be 2.5 yards. Well, it should be 2.5 yards, and then they'll keep the second down.
Second down and 27, I want to say. Maybe more.
Well, if they have a screen pass. We got safe play, have the quarterback keep the ball. I mean, he is a running threat, but also it's a safe play. You're so deep in your own territory, no reason to.
So now 3rd and 13 for English.
Passing formation, gets shotgun. 2 receivers wide right.
Osario off the fake, and Osario's bottled up at the line of scrimmage there at English.
Yeah.
You would think would punt the football
punt
here.
This one, yeah. Yes, we're seeing Latin Academy now do the exact same thing the English did in the first half. They're not worrying about the pass. They're covering up all the lanes, and they're keeping their linebackers almost up to the line of scrimmage, taking away all the gaps. So punt formation, well, let's, yeah, 4th and, what's that, 4th and,
it's going to be 4th and about 12.
Yeah. Snaps very important.
Good snap. Osario got it tipped.
I think it was deflected, you're right.
Decent roll there for English, though, as it makes its way out to about the 44-yard line. We'll see if we can get a shot of who tipped it at the line of scrimmage there.
Looked like they had some pressure. 57 was
Idaho.
He was in before Idaho. Last time he was there, but he actually missed the ball when it was punted. But this time he looked like he got a little deflection to keep it from going near midfield.
So Latin Academy takes over at the 39-yard line of English. Again, Malcolm Crispin lined up as the quarterback. They run the sweep with Polanco. Polanco over the left side looking for the edge. Escapes one tackler and then is shoved out of bounds inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. 11-yard gain there for Polanco.
Yeah, Polanco's really trying to get himself into this game. That first down run he had with the last series, I really think got him energized again, because he's used to doing this all season. They got a penalty on Latin Academy to bring it back.
So a huge penalty there for the Dragons as they lose the yardage, lose the first down, and have the football now back at the 45.
I think you're right, Pat. We haven't seen Bologna come back.
1st and 16 now for the Dragons. Yeah, he's got his helmet off. He's near both coaches. You know, he's the better thrower of the two, and you can see some ice packed up against his arm, so he might not be able to throw.
Yeah, because Chicino's the better runner. And Chicino can throw the ball also.
Malcolm Crispin again lined up in the shotgun. Going to take it himself. Crispin fights forward up to the 38.
Gets the penalty yardage back.
Sorry, they mark him down at the 39-yard line.
You see that was one of the few times you got some good movement up front from the offensive line for Latin Academy.
2nd down and 10 now for Latin Academy. They try to run the sweep to Polanco, spins out of 1 tackle, but then still loses yardage. Coming across there for English was Joseph Bailey.
So another linebacker tackle.
Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11 now for Latin Academy.
And what you said, Pat, has been the key to their defense, coming across. They have no pass defense responsibility. They're just shooting these gaps to stop the runs.
Orlando Giacino looking to throw. Now he's trying to escape pressure. Giacino still fighting forward, close to the 1st down marker.
Excellent run. Excellent run by Giacino. See, it's very different putting pressure on him with a pass rush because he's an accomplished runner. That time got outside. Yeah, Carter, one of the few times Carter got beat on the edge.
Sort of tiptoes the sideline. They mark him about 2 yards short.
Course, 4th and 2.
Needs to get to the 29 for a 1st down. 4th and 2 here for Latin Academy. Orlando Giacino plows forward. We'll see where they mark it. It is very close.
He might be short.
I think he's short as well. That ends the quarter as
the English
as well.
Pointing the other way, obviously.
Yeah, he's in.
We can figure this one out. Well, they're going to measure. Looks like they're going to measure. Obviously, very important measurement here to determine possession. Yeah, Polanco's given the offense for Latin Academy a very different look because he runs so well.
See how close this is. I think he's about a foot short. Don't those English players know they're in the way of our cameras?
You're right, man. You're right.
Oh, it's even closer.
Yeah.
Just like that English 4th down play, it's about 2 yards. No, it's a little bit more.
Yeah,
probably about a half a foot short. And that's going to go back to English.
Yeah. Both teams now have had 4th and short stops. I mean, I can't say it's been a total defensive game, but it seems like defensive plays have been just as important as any offensive plays this whole afternoon.
Folks, that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter here on Game of the Week. Make sure you stick around. We got a 1-possession ball game between English and Latin Academy. This Mark Rosario touchdown run, the difference. English on top of the Dragons, 12-8. We'll be right back.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to White Stadium in Jamaica Plain as Austin English leads Latin Academy 12-8. Just about set to start the 4th quarter here in Game of the Week. Folks, next week, we'll be right back here. We're going to see Latin Academy again as they host Tech Boston here at White Stadium. That'll be next Friday, October 29th at 4 p.m. for the Mason Cup. It'll be live on Boston City TV on Xfinity, Channel 24, RCN, Channel 13. And if you got Verizon Files, it's Channel 962. And we also will have that live on YouTube. English takes over at the Dragons' 30-yard line. Excuse me, at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, Dragons did a good job defensively last time. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They try to run the sweep with Kerr. And Idaho is again in the backfield for the Dragons.
He's really had a game.
Two-yard loss on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now for English.
He's only a freshman. Wow. 6 feet, 190-pound freshman. Making all those plays.
I'm sure Coach Ziza likes to know that he's going to be around for a few more years.
Exactly.
Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can certainly go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/GameOfTheWeekBoston. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. 2nd down now for English. They try to run it with Geathers. Geathers slips a tackle.
Oh, good run. Wow. Talk about 2nd and 3rd effort, Pat.
Heck of a tough run.
He got hit back at the 28-yard line.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, 33-yard line. And now he's an 11-yard gain makes it a 3rd and 1. I tell you, these running backs on both sides, it's been 2nd and 3rd effort because the defenses, like I said, they're all crowding the line of scrimmage.
Third and 1 now for English. And Osario keeps it himself. Makes his way up to about the 42-yard line, so it'll easily be a 1st down for the English Eagles.
A little bit of a oddity today up in the corner. We have the Boston Latin team. Some of those players, I guess they're playing right after this game.
That's right.
Have a chance to eyeball and scout the English team for their big Thanksgiving
coming up for Thanksgiving.
Day.
That's right. Well, like Coach Conway said to us last week, there's 3 seasons in an English high school football season. There's the regular season, there's the postseason, and there's Thanksgiving.
And in his eyes, he thinks this team is good enough to win all 3 of those.
That's right.
And from what we've seen, they've been impressive today. Last week it was the offense. This week it's the defense.
Now on 1st down from their own 42, it's Kerr. And he might have picked up a yard up to the 44.
This is starting to resemble that first English drive when they went 80 yards and there was like 12 plays, and they really ran a lot of clock.
Keyshawn Kerr, 17 carries here this afternoon, 66 yards on the ground.
You very seldom see or hear about a 150-pound workhorse, right?
And he's with his running style too. We've seen him, break a lot of long runs today. It's been just like you mentioned, the workhorse, kind of couple of yards here and there type of running back. 2nd and 9 now for the English Eagles. Give it to Geathers again.
Big 3rd down coming up.
Geathers makes his way up to the 47-yard line.
I think this is a big third down for English's offense, because I really don't think you'll see English take a chance on 4th down in their own territory.
About 3rd and 6 now for the English Eagles.
Still 8 minutes to go in the game.
Let's go defense right here.
This might be Osario's time.
You got Kerr going in motion. Osario looked like a broken play. Escapes one tackler, but not the second one.
I think you're absolutely right, Pat. The way you saw some funny steps by Osario. Looked like he missed a handoff, or the running back looks like he. Yeah, well,
it looked like the running back might have fallen down, actually, because you saw the back actually get up on that replay.
Yeah, and so Osario did what he was supposed to do. First of all, it's just keep possession.
Just eat it, right?
Yeah.
So now Osario's going to have to punt the football. Lucas Suazo back to receive for Latin Academy.
And we mentioned how it was Idaho got a deflection of the last English punt. He's actually been pressuring the punts the entire game.
High snap for Osario. Somehow got it off.
Good job. Wow.
End over end punt. If you're Jacino, you got to get away from that thing.
Yeah.
Kerr marks it down right around the 21-yard line.
It's almost like these low punts are even better for English. They're working out with the ball, with the bounces. Good pressure again. Now watch that bounce. That bounce is at least, what, 20 yards? Yeah, almost 20 yards.
Yeah,
you're right.
Half the
yardage. Jacino was very close to that. I tell you, that's the one rule. I'll give it to go, Jesse. But I tell you, that's the one rule I just do not understand.
Our sideline reporter Milton Posner's got an update. Milton, what do you got?
Hey guys, just a quick update on Bailey Bellany, the quarterback for Latin. Got sacked in that third quarter. He came out. He is done for the day, so they're going to have to rely on their backups. I'm going to go see if they need a 10-stringer in the meantime. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Milton. As you see Malcolm Crispin make his way up to the 29-yard line. Haven't seen Milton throw the football yet, though, so, you know, I'd like to see him with a couple of warm-up throws before we decide to put him
in. Give him a chance before you break down, right?
That's right. 2nd and 2 now for Latin Academy.
Jacino. Good cutback. I mean, it's too bad that Maloney got injured, but quite frankly, in this kind of game, the Latin Academy might actually have an advantage by having Jacino in there because he's both a running and a passing threat.
Jacino picks up a first down on that run as they mark him down at the 32-yard line. Crispin again lining up at quarterback. Malcolm Crispin running to the edge. Short gain on the play there from Malcolm as he makes his way past the 35 up to about the 37.
Yeah. We've been saying DeJohn Carter's name pretty much all game. There he is at the 14. And he gets some help from Howard. Looks like Howard.
Denzel Pierre down on the turf now for English.
Yeah, Pierre. That entire front seven for English is doing a really good job. And the linebackers, it's almost like their plan has been use the defensive linemen to keep all the blockers for Latin Academy busy so that the linebackers can seek out where the ball is. And one of the guys who's been doing that very well has been Denzel Pierre. So this is key for English. We talked about how Bellany, the quarterback for Latin Academy, being out, you know, takes away some of their offensive threat. But this is definitely a defensive situation where English will be really missing what Denzel's been doing the whole game.
Good to see Denzel walk off in his own power.
I was just going to say, the way he's walking off, it might have been the winds, might have been, you know, feeling a slight pull or something. But you like to see him walk off on his own, you're right.
.539 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Latin Academy trails by 4. They have the football at their own 37-yard line. 2nd down and 5 now for the Dragons. It's Orlando Jacino on the carry again.
Not much there. About maybe a yard.
I'm going to give it a 2.
Jacino again. He actually runs more like a fullback.
He does. He's a big body. 3rd and 2 now for Latin Academy. They run it with Crispin to the edge. Malcolm Crispin, nowhere to go.
Good job, I tell you. Carter again. We talked about DeJohn Carter on that big run on the scoring drive. He got pinned in on the edge. That time, he did not let anybody get outside of him. That's how you're supposed to play it.
They mark him down.
This is a linebacker, but it's like a